Good morning, beautiful people. It's Aishat.B here. Welcome to Social Media Trends on the Weekend Show. First of all, of course, welcome to the month of September. That leaves us with just about 3 to 4 months left of the year. Pretty huge, of course. I'm really excited. All right, I'll be taking you through stories that made headlines on social media, and I have comments for you here from Nigerians that wanted to be heard. Let's get started, of course, with our song of the week. This is no other than Adekunle Gold. It's a song titled 5 Stars. The official music video just dropped on Tuesday. Please take a look at it. I'm really ready for you to see this. Take a look. Honestly, I would have loved to have played more of that. I mean, of course, me being a 5-star girl myself, I extremely love this song. All right, let's go on straight into our Nigerian reactions on Twitter. During the week, we had so many, I picked about 3 people that gave out a few detailed information that I want to share with you all. So let's start with Bashir El-Rufai, who on Twitter went on and gave us comments about ASU being a very useless union. Now, they should be scrapped and replaced with educators that actually care about students and how they translate to the future of this country. As you know, there's been so much going on with ASU strike. El-Rufai's son, which is the Kaduna state governor, actually had a lot to say about this, and people were surprised to hear him, speak up. I mean, why now? This has been going on. So people are putting their voices to help out the students of Nigeria. Let's go on to our next tweet here. Of course, it's into entertainment. Yu Edochie, who's our very extremely great actor here in Nigeria. He says, now, as you've known about all his lifestyles and, of course, his marital alleged infidelity that's been going on, he said, if my lifestyle, which doesn't concern you, is paining you, giving you headache and sleepless nights, then it's confirmed. Simple and short, you are a witch. That is pretty aggressive from Yu Edochie. He seems to be tired of fans commenting constantly about his lifestyle and what he chooses to do with his marriage. Let's go on to our next tweet, of course, here from Bello Shagari, who is Shehu Shagari's son, the former head of state of Nigeria. He says the only person you should be deliberately vulnerable to is your mother, nobody else. This stood out to Nigerians on Twitter because I think he had a point. And many men do feel this way about their mother. So I was not surprised to hear Bello Shagari come out and say this. Please let me know below, or let me know in your comments on Instagram or on YouTube, where we have all our videos posted, what you feel about these 3 tweets. Because for me, I felt they stood out. And Nigerians were commenting on Twitter. It was crazy, guys. Go ahead and check it out right now. See for yourself. Going on to our first story now on entertainment, straight into the music scene here. Afrobeat has been doing it big here globally and in Nigeria. Of course, we have Skibby, that's our baddest boy, who featured Davido on his remix song. Now he has released an EP. His EP was released on Friday and it's titled The Life of a King. This cover art is extremely, it gives about the ego. It seems like he's very serious about his royalty and more about what he stands for as a man. The EP has only 4 tracks on it with no features, which for me was so surprising. I mean, Skibby must have something under his sleeve. He's working hard to bring back that heat. All right, I'll take you on to our next story for today. No other than, of course, Asake. Asake has dropped his track list for his album. Now, it's surprising that this is his first, debut album, and he actually has 12 track lists on this. That's a lot for someone who just came out. And he only has 3 singles that he dropped prior to this on this album, which is Peace Be Unto You, Sungba remix featuring Burna Boy, and of course the Terminator, which has been making rounds on YouTube. The video is exquisite. It's brilliant in my opinion. These Afrobeat artists are giving so much recommendation, so much encouragement to those upcoming, because for me, Afrobeat is really going worldwide right now. Congratulations to Asake. We're looking forward to seeing this album drop, and of course taking every song, listening hit by hit. Moving on to our next sensational Afrobeat superstar, of course, is Burna Boy. Burna Boy took to Twitter to share with us that he is working on the deluxe part for his album, Love Damini. I mean, it seems like we can't get tired of this 19-track album. And I believe that it's definitely ringing numbers and streaming down numbers here in Nigeria and also globally. So Burna Boy is trying to play around a little bit and see if he can even make more from what he did with the album previously, Love Damini. We have so much here. Let's take a look at the tweet he put out to let his fans know that he may be working on something with Love Damini. For us, we're very excited. He has so many features from different international artists to, of course, Ed Sheeran, his big buddy, because they've been making amazing tracks. Not once, it's the second time, and the video has been making rounds on YouTube. The video has about over 3 million views currently. I mean, guys, it's gonna get crazy because I'm looking at it going into maybe over 100 million because nobody is tired of that jam. I am one of those people that are not exhausted of listening to Day For. I think it's called For Your Head. Exactly. You know, me and my pigeon, we're still working on that. But yeah, For Your Head video is pretty amazing. And Sharon brought his A game to that. And I'm looking forward to seeing what Burna Boy will do with the next deluxe album on this. I'm very, very excited. All right, going on to our next story for today, of course, is another, well, it's not a very happy thing, but it's surprising that we heard Crayon, you know, our guy who has been giving us your hand and shoulder. You know, so we're looking forward to seeing what he had to say on an interview with Ebuka on Robin Minds on Channel Television. He said he sat for jam over 5 times. It was surprising to hear that, but a lot of Nigerians took to his comment section to let him know that he's not the only one, and maybe something is wrong with his educational vibe. Maybe he's not ready to learn, as they said. There's one comment that stood out that said from official Sunuga. She said the story of so many Nigerians. Another comment from Still on Bikes. He says 5 times meant 5 years. Tomorrow, you go claim 21 years. There's always something going on with artists and their age, but I don't know if Crayon kind of let us know that maybe he's still very young or he's still very grown. Well, trying to find out now if Crayon really is giving us his real age, but let's see. I mean, it's really sad that he had to sit for jam over 5 times. Things need to change, seriously. All right, but we're going on to our next story for today. Of course, I have to give you the updates on BBNaija. As advised by Mr. Andy, I had to sit and watch for over 3 hours, not just 2, about 3, to give you the perfect updates here. So we're going straight into the ships that have been sailing in the house. We have Allison and Hermes. Yes, there you go. We have Allison and Hermes who actually, she asked him, what's going on? What are we? She asked that golden question. What are we? Mind you, Hermes has 2 girlfriends outside the house. So I don't know if his response was what Allison was looking for, but I think she's becoming very serious about what they're having in the house, and their friendship seems to be going to another level. Of course, we're going straight into the next ship. It's not really going well, but I'm really, really sad to say that Shegs has been a bit abusive with his words, verbally abusive to Bella. I'm not sure what kind of relationship this is, but the last thing he said to her was, you are sick, you struggle with instructions. Come on, this is supposed to be your lady here, Shegs, and he says things to her that verbally actually hurt her. I'm not sure where this ship is going to go, but fans are getting tired of the everyday disagreements. They are always back and forth. If it's about food, if it's about what Bella did or what Shegs could not do. I'm not sure where this ship is going to head, but it's been extremely dramatic. I mean, all in Big Brother's house, and we have weeks to go. Let's see what happens with this ship, because for me, I'm worried. I'm really, really worried for them. All right, going on to the next ship in the house, of course, is Daniela and Dotun. Now, if you're not aware of what happened with Daniela, actually, she was with Khalid before Khalid was evicted from the house, and now she seems to have been a bit persuasive towards Dotun. But mind you, fans are really giving Daniela the respect that she deserves, because in the first place, she didn't just go with Dotun. But eventually, they're together now, obviously, but that wasn't the plan from the onset. So fans have a lot to say about it on Twitter. Let's take a look at this tweet that's coming up after this about what they had to say about the way Daniela is, you know, moving around in the house. They're trying to say you all blamed Daniela or Khalid as the problem, but now you can see that Daniela is the real problem here. Fans are complaining that Daniela should at least have a setback towards Dotun and trying to express herself. She should have held on, but I'm not sure how easy that is. Khalid is no longer in the house. What do you expect Daniela to do? She actually cried to Big Brother in her diary session, letting him know that she's tired and maybe she made a mistake. Let's see where this takes us, because Dotun actually is the head of house for this week. I think that's what spiced up their whole friendship during their time in the house, is because of Dotun won head of house. Let's go back a little bit. Okay, now we're going to meet Amaka. Before I get to Dotun head of house, we're going to have to talk about Amaka, who of course was evicted from the house by the housemates. Amaka was really surprised to hear that she was the one that was chosen by all the housemates, all unexpectedly by Biggie. He called each housemate into the diary room and said, who would you like to see go home? Pick 2 housemates. A majority of the housemates picked Amaka. Amaka was shocked. Even Doyin was surprised that happened to Amaka. Maybe she didn't deserve it. Who knows? All right, going on to our last image here about the head of house and who Dotun chose as his head of house, Paddy. You know what I'm saying? The deputy was Daniela. Maybe that's what caused them to push this friendship into another level. I'm not sure, but I'm really looking forward to seeing how Daniela handles this. It's not easy for her being, a lady. All right, guys, that's all I've got for you today on entertainment. I'll see you next week. My name is Aishat.B. I'm very, very excited to be here. Stay tuned on The Weekend Show. Follow us at The Weekend Show NG on Twitter and on Instagram. And follow me Aishat.B. See you next